Morning, everybody. How's it going, Bobby?
Doing good, Ed. How about yourself?
Not bad. For a second there, it was like my mic didn't pick up in my headphones. That's why I wear headphones so I can hear myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about the short cutoff last week. What people didn't know on Tuesday is we had somebody walk in while we were in that time period while we were recording and going live. And it's like we get interrupted and it's like, okay, we got to go.
Yeah. You never know, right? They'll just walk in, they'll end up in the shot.
Well, the thing is we don't have a lot of people. My loan officers come Wednesday on. If they do over the weekend and they don't, and the other staff's at home, they never want to come in.
Yeah.
I get it. I don't want to come in either, but someone's got to record some video.
I don't know, man. You should go check my my stories from yesterday. There's a video of me trying to work from home, right?
Oh, really?
And my little one's on the table stacking candles, and I told my wife, I was like, I got to just start
going to work.
Yeah, I got to go in the office,
or at least get an office that go. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And that's the difference with having kids at home. And I don't have kids at home. The problem with me is I have a wife at home who works full time at home. And so she says I'm too loud.
Oh, gotcha.
How dare she say that?
So she still works from home, huh? She doesn't go in at all?
No.
Wow. It definitely takes discipline, man.
Well, they don't have a choice. She's a manager, so or whatever she is. They constantly in these meetings.
Gotcha.
It's like they'll have a choice.
They meet to death, huh?
Oh yeah, it's stuff. I prefer to talk to clients all day instead of that.
Yeah.
And that's. I've been a lot. I have a new software, new this, and it's just so much easier to keep on top of certain people. And it's like I've been getting a lot more people lately trying to get qualified because they keep hearing. Now is the time, or they were in a house that, was a probate or something else with somebody else and they have to move now, or divorce or
Gotcha.
This or that. And I've had some people who have some really great rates who went through divorce. And I'm sorry, I'm not laughing. That's how we deal with it as a veteran. 15 year at 2.15.
Oh, geez.
13 years left on it. And she's got to buy out her spouse. And now that rate's, 6.5.
Yikes. Yeah.
And the problem is you got to get them off title and you got to get them off the loan. You technically don't, you could just take them off title, but then and this is one thing people don't realize is if you make any changes to anybody that's on the loan, you take them off title, then they can call that loan due and payable.
Oh, no. Explain that a little bit more.
Because, all right, so if you have two people who are on a loan and they're both on title and you take just one of them off title, that changes the title, that changes everything. If you read the actual loan documents in there, there's different clauses, due on sell clause and that kind of stuff. And that's what they can trigger one of the due on sell clauses. Gotcha. To where you now have to pay them off. So, and also if most people don't know this, like if you're going through a divorce and you don't get off the house, then they can have late payments, right? If you're supposed to get paid, just get paid off, get off the house and move on. And that way you don't have to worry about what happens to the credit after that.
Now you were talking about a lot of people applying. I know a few weeks back, we talked about people moving back to California. Have you had any people coming back that have been applying?
Not lately. No, okay. These are all people here locally who's been here for a while. I haven't seen that many people coming back lately.
Yeah.
But there was 10 worst places to retire. And I thought for sure they're going to say California, but no, it was like Arkansas and Texas.
Arkansas?
Yeah.
No
just because of the taxes and the costs and then the way living is and certain things. There's an article. I'll have to go check it out. The 10 worst places to retire to. I was shocked. I thought for sure they'd say California.
Yeah. Well, give them time. They'll make sure they tax us more and then they'll make it terrible.
Well, the thing about the property tax is the very protection we have in California is better than most places,
but they're always trying to get that repealed, right? So if they do that, then
that's why you fight it.
Yeah.
Prop 13, right?
Yeah. But so one thing I want to talk about was I've been working on some videos for Modesto because we do have still a lot of people that come out here for Gala. I mean, Gala is a huge employer. If you're from here, if you're coming out here, you probably know because you're probably working for Gala, right? I mean, they have like Frito-Lay and Pepsi and places like that, right? But so large industry, and people were always like, like I used to house people would come in and they'd be like, what do I do here in town? What is this place? All I've ever heard is that it's just a dangerous place and not to go out at night. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm like, I got to make some videos. showing places that I knew of, and then I even learned of some new places, right? So since, I don't know, I'd say in the last couple of years, we now have like 3 breweries in town, and most people didn't know that, and I know I didn't know that. So I did a little video on that. So if you check out
what breweries are there?
Well, so we have 3. There's 1870, which is right here on J Street, like almost J and 9th.
So that they took out the VW place. Is that the one down there?
Yeah, they do have that little parking lot area, and they had a band out there.
Well, I'm just saying that's where it's at. That's where they're located, right? Is that where it is?
It's not exactly on 9th Street. It's right there.
Right. No. I know, but that used to be the VW place or mechanics place, right? Or is it?
I didn't even pay attention. No, because they were in a parking lot right behind it where the band was playing.
Because that's right next to the Brendan, or the theater, right? The whole block, right? Because that's on J and 9th, you said, right on the corner, right? Right across from the Starbucks.
Yeah, which used to be Skewers, right?
Right, which used to be a gas station, and they used to have a tank underneath there that they anyway. We won't get into that.
Used to be
but no, so where they're at, where you're talking about, so that there was a VW mechanic business there for ever.
Okay,
so forever. And that's what they took over.
Okay. Well,
I was trying to just for my memory, what's that? Yeah.
Well, that explains the roll-up doors. Because like when they're not open, man, it doesn't look like a brewery at all. But yeah, cool little joint, and they have seltzers there. So I know, like my wife likes seltzers.
Yeah, I like the cider.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know if they had any cider that I didn't check.
That's okay, not a big deal.
But then they have another one called Contentment, which is down by the college. And that's a cool vibe too. It's more like a Cheers, right? Like you can tell, like they have like their regulars there, but all these are microbreweries. And I love beer. I don't know how much you like beer.
I like beer, but I also like wine and other stuff too. So.
Yeah, can't fall for that, right?
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, but then the last one we went to was Persuasion, which was on 7th Street, which is really cool, man. It was. Have you been there?
Yeah, that used to be the 7th Street Market.
Okay. Yeah,
and then they then they did that. And now they've taken it all over.
Yeah, it sounds like the selling beer was more profitable than selling deli meats.
Patrick Chin used to be the manager of the market that was there, the commissary.
Oh, okay.
And it was the meats and everything was amazing. And now he has Chin's International on J Street also.
Oh,
and they sell meat out there, but it's a restaurant. You know where Conchetta's was? Conchetta's was there forever, man.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, that's what he took over. That's what he took over.
Gotcha.
And they have really good food, man. Burrito tacos when they have them. Oh, they're like the best burrito tacos I've ever had.
Yeah.
And they have chow mein. The chow mein is no meat in it, but it's just freaking amazing.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of good places in town.
There really are. Yeah.
And when you were talking about people come here from all over, this last week at Rotary, we had the people who, the kids thing that's on J Street, but not kids camp, where they're making that thing where kids can go inside, and it's that. God, of course, now I forget. Anyway, now we need someone to talk to me and tell us the comment like you did for Mike and I on Friday. We couldn't think fiber optic. Hello. Anyway, it's not Kids Club. It's that kids. It took over the Palladium.
Oh, okay. So
it's like a kid's touchy feely thing where you go in there and kids get to play with everything. It's a new thing that's coming. Anyway, they got their CEO or whatever out of Ohio.
Interesting.
Yeah, they did it from all over. I wish I would have pamphlet here.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm just saying people come here from all over, and they have no idea where Modesto is and what is going on in Modesto. There's a lot of good stuff that happened in Modesto. Band on Thursdays for 6 weeks in the park.
Yeah, concert in the park. I mean, Crusader Park and Mancini Bowl. That's one of my videos. I showcased that, and I also talked about like how we have 3 premier hospitals and not including Valley Children's Hospital. Right. So I was talking to an agent in my office. Right. And she's like, when we moved to Washington State, she's like, I didn't realize how important being close to a good hospital was until they were 30 minutes away. And I'm like, that's a good point. Mm-hmm. You go 10 minutes either way, you're going to find yourself in a hospital.
Right. Here we have a lot of them.
Yeah.
And a lot of churches.
Yeah, I know. It's a bit of a Bible belt,
Well, it's like, I remember when I was in Turlock, it was like, there's a church on every corner.
Yeah. You think you're in like Oklahoma or something, right?
No, it's just whatever. I mean, that's just how what people want to do, and that's what we're here for. So I mean, just enjoy life, whatever that is, and do it. There's a lot of service clubs in Modesto. That's another thing you should put on there so that people know, like, you know, you should go to Lions, you should go to Rotary, you should go to what's that one, Elks Club.
Well, even like other ones like Casa de Modesto, right? Where that's where you help with like foster kids and things like that. So
I'm just saying there's so much you could actually show that happens here and people get involved with.
No, thank you. I'm always, hey, I could probably make 20 videos just about Modesto, but I also wanted to show kind of like the surrounding areas.
Well, no, like I'm just saying you should be doing 20 videos on Modesto or more. Breaking and saying this is the new spot here. You should be going, Mike and I was going to hit every restaurant in town and do a part of our morning show, but it's just not enough time in life.
Yeah. I know. I was wanting to get some night shots of like some of these places, and I'm like, no, that we tuck the kids in. We're by 10 o'clock, when people are just starting to come out, we're already going to sleep.
That's how most people are with kids or older, no kids. Not everybody wants to be out. It's like I was telling somebody last week, right before Rotary, I went on my way home from Wednesday last week. I saw some friends of mine out front of their house, and I was like, hey, and so I stopped. And they're like, you want a glass of wine? And then we called my wife that she came over. Next thing I know, this is not normal. We're like 4 bottles in.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And and don't get me wrong. It's like I drink a little bit, but and I didn't think I drank that much, but the next morning I slept 8 hours, but I felt like I only slept 2 hours. I was like, okay, I must be getting old because I don't normally, if I drink a margarita, I fill a glass all the way with ice and then just dump in what fills in between the ice.
Yeah.
You follow me?
It's like a half a drink.
It's not even that. It's just, that's my margarita.
Yeah.
I don't want margarita and then a couple pieces of ice.
Yeah.
Because then I drink too much because I just drink. I like enjoying the taste of it.
Yeah. I got the same problem, man. I try and limit myself to 2.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying if I do it that way, I still limit to 2, and that's when I'm 1.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like I say, because it's like with a beer, man. There's no such. It's like chips. No such thing as just one.
Yeah. Well, that's why you do Coors Light.
Oh man.
You never get drunk.
No.
You get bloated before you get drunk.
Oh yeah. You get frustrated.
All right. So we're done talking about food. I'm getting hungry.
I know, man.
I have to go get some donuts. I'm just kidding. Mr. T's. You should do one about Mr. T's.
Yeah. Well, hey, if any small business owners are watching this, hit me up because I want to do like small business spotlights. I want to showcase different businesses that are here in town, especially like ones that are just starting up, get the word out because, if you're downtown and it's someone like me who has kids who probably never gets downtown, we don't even know you exist.
Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of, and then breakfast spots. There's a ton of breakfast spots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check it out. Lucille's a new one. That's a really good one. You should take your wife to.
Where's that at?
I Street.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's on I, but it's that downtown. She used to work at Camp 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really nice little place. All right. Thank you for being here, Bobby.
Hey,
thanks for sharing what you've done. Everybody, if you like what we do here, just do what we ask. Please go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And thank you for watching.